I know we're listening to the media, and the media's going AWOL. They're getting crazy. They're predicting this and that. They're saying Biden just did a terrible thing to the United States. And us people, we're just rolling along and trying to figure it out, but we don't even have all the insight to figure it out. But I want to tell you this is very important. God told me that we are in the day that God is going to vindicate the church. To the preachers that have been preaching power and might is coming from Mount High, they're going to see the power of God displayed in the streets. When Donald Trump got into the election, I'm telling you, God started to clear a clear path for the Church of Jesus Christ. The prophets were vindicated when Donald Trump came in because there were many prophets prophesying that Trump would get in. They were vindicated by God. So it's the hour of the prophet. It's the hour of God to do things that you've never seen. I've been preaching for the last 6 months. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, nor has it even entered into the hearts of them that are called according to God. We are in that hour. But today I woke up and God said, Vic, don't forget the suddenlies. I said, what? I said, what are you talking about? Don't forget the suddenlies. And I started to read my Bible and I started to see a clear message that it's going to help you. I seen Elijah and Elisha suddenly out of nowhere. They weren't expecting it. The chariots arrived to take Elijah up. And the junior prophet came into the power that Elijah said, if you're with me, you will see the double portion. My God, people, we're in a double portion time. We're in a time of vindication. We're in a time that the church is no longer going to walk around with their heads down. We're going to walk up and say, we are the people of God. We are the warriors of God. Come on, if you don't feel this in your soul, my God, get in the prayer room and touch God, because we are in a suddenly. But the devil knows that we're starting to gain ground. He sees it. He watches the church. He says, my God, I can't let them, I got to put a delusion on them to let them believe that it isn't the time that vindication's coming to the Church of Jesus Christ. We've been praying for it for years. What are you waiting for? Here it is. Abraham, he's taking a sunbath. Remember the story? All of a sudden, 3 men show up. Suddenly, one of those men are God. Abraham wasn't expecting it. He was sitting on his chaise lounge taking a sunbath. And 3 men show up, and one was God. And they started to talk to him about Sarah and her baby. And they talked about the birth of a nation. Suddenly, Abraham wasn't expecting it. He may have been praying for it. He may have been thinking about it, but all of a sudden God showed up when he least expected it, on his chaise lounge taking a sunbath. Moses, suddenly a burning bush shows up. Suddenly he's walking. He gets curious. He says, how's that bush not burning? How's it not going? How's it not getting destroyed? The fire keeps going out of the burning bush. Suddenly. And let's not forget, that's in Numbers 16:42. And then I want to remind you, the assemblies opposed Moses and Aaron. They opposed them. Sometimes we're in a church where the church opposes the leadership. But listen to this. Suddenly a cloud appeared and the glory of God fell. I'm believing in this hour for a suddenly. I'm believing in a suddenly. Peter and Silas are in jail. The church is praying. And suddenly the angel comes into the jail and releases them. Remember the story? Suddenly they weren't expecting it. They didn't know how God was going to do it. Some of you are in situations right now, you don't know how God's going to do it, but he's going to do it in spite of you suddenly. Your faith is going to come alive. He's going to do for you what you couldn't do for yourself. He's going to do for you what you've been praying for a lifetime. Suddenly, he's going to move into his holy temple, and you're going to see the power. You're going to be the victor instead of the victim. You've been the victim too long. But church, God is calling out right now for suddenlies. I want you to be well prepared. I'm telling you as a prophet, there are surprises. There are suddenlies that are going to show up in the church of Jesus Christ. You're going to see things and hear things that you've never seen in 40 years. But God is about to launch out power and might through Mount High, through the Holy Ghost, the power of God. Suddenly is going to enter your life. Problems that you're going through are going to be solved. People are going to come to you out of the clear blue and tell you, I know your problem. My God showed me in prayer. But a suddenly is going to come to your life. Come on, believe with me that suddenly is on the horizon. I'm not looking for the undertaker. I'm looking for the overtaker, Jesus Christ. I'm not looking at all the demons, what they're saying about Russia and the Ukraine. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at Jesus, the author and finisher of my faith. What he started, he will finish. Come on, church. It's time to get happy. It's time to believe. Excuse me. It's time to believe in a suddenly. Suddenly, God's going to come in your life and change the things you've been praying for. All of a sudden, re-listen to this. Because Elijah and the junior prophet, they didn't realize, Elijah told Elisha, listen to me, if you're around when the chariots come, you'll get the double portion. All of a sudden, they're walking in the field. They're walking in the darkness. They're walking in the field. They're walking in the jungle. And all of a sudden, suddenly happens that God shows up with the chariot and the junior prophet comes into the double portion. Love you guys. Come on, play this a few times until it hits your spirit. Cut and paste, cut and paste. Have a great day in Jesus.